All right, so today we're going to do a deep dive into some pretty fascinating tech AI assistants,
Yeah.
specifically ChatGPT and DeepSeek.
Okay.
You know, those tools that like everyone's kind of buzzing about right now.
Right.
And we've got this comparison article here. It's called ChatGPT versus a DeepSeek AI assistant. Which one is better?
Oh, cool.
But honestly, better is so subjective, right? It all comes down to what you need.
Yeah. Yeah.
So our mission today is to kind of help you guys figure out which one might be like your perfect digital sidekick.
Right, like your perfect AI companion.
Exactly.
It's interesting how these AIs have gone from kind of niche tools that only tech people knew about
Mm-hmm.
to being like almost mainstream
Oh, yeah?
in what feels like no time at all.
It really is crazy.
It is.
The article kind of starts off by emphasizing that they both use this thing called natural language processing, or NLP.
Yeah.
So basically, in theory, they should both be able to understand us humans pretty well.
Right, that's the idea.
Yeah.
That's the foundation.
Right.
It's kind of like saying two chefs both use ovens.
Yeah.
The real difference is in like the execution.
Yeah.
DeepSeek, for instance, they claim to be way more accurate and less prone to what we call hallucinations in AI.
Hallucinations.
Yeah.
That sounds kind of freaky.
It does.
So is it like the AI is seeing things that aren't really there? Like, what are we talking about?
Not visual hallucinations,
Okay.
but more like the AI generating outputs that are just straight up wrong.
Oh,
So like imagine asking it,
okay.
what's the capital of France?
Okay.
And it confidently tells you Berlin.
Oh, wow.
That's an AI hallucination.
Gotcha.
And for research or anything where accuracy is super important,
Right.
those hallucinations can be a deal breaker.
Yeah, I definitely wouldn't want my research paper citing Berlin as the capital of France.
Exactly.
No wonder the article highlights DeepSeek's accuracy, especially since it seems to be designed with like academics and researchers in mind.
Yeah, and that's one of the big takeaways here. If AI can like reliably sift through tons of research and then give us accurate summaries, that's huge.
Yeah.
It could completely change how we learn.
Right.
Students, professors, anyone who's doing deep dives into complex topics could benefit.
Totally. Okay, that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
But let's be real, a lot of us just want these AI assistants to help us with our everyday writing.
Mm-hmm.
I've got a blog post due next week, and honestly, I'm staring at a blank page.
Oh, yeah.
Does the article talk about how either of these can help with writing?
It does.
Okay.
Both offer help with writing, but they each have a different flavor.
Okay.
ChatGPT is your go-to for creative long-form content.
Okay.
Think blog posts, scripts, even poetry.
Wow.
It's like having a brainstorming buddy who never gets tired.
So ChatGPT is like the novelist of the AI world.
You could say that.
Okay, what about DeepSeek? Is it any good at writing?
DeepSeek's strength is in concise, structured stuff.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
imagine you need to summarize a dense research report
Yeah.
or write a technical document. That's where DeepSeek shines.
Gotcha.
It's less about like flowing prose and more about clear to the point communication.
So if ChatGPT is the novelist, then DeepSeek is more like the scientific journalist.
I like that analogy.
It's really interesting how they've each kind of carved out their own little niche.
Yeah.
Can you give me a more like concrete example? Like what would each AI actually produce if I asked them for help?
Sure.
Okay.
Let's say you wanted to write a blog post about the latest trends in AI. ChatGPT could give you like a catchy opening paragraph,
Okay.
something that hooks the reader and sets the tone.
Gotcha.
But if you needed to take like a 50-page report on AI ethics and condense it into a clear one-page abstract,
Right.
that's where DeepSeek would be your best bet.
Okay, now that's helpful.
Yeah,
I can really see the difference in their approaches.
right.
Speaking of creating things, what about coding?
Mm-hmm.
I'm no programmer, but I know a lot of our listeners are deep in the tech world.
Yeah.
Does the article say anything about ChatGPT or DeepSeek helping with coding?
It does. And this is an area where ChatGPT really has an advantage.
Okay.
It's been popular with developers for a while now.
Right.
And it has a lot of features specifically for coding help.
So ChatGPT is like the seasoned coding pro.
Yeah, like the veteran.
What about DeepSeek? Is it completely out of the game when it comes to code?
Not entirely.
Okay.
It does offer some coding assistance, but it's still kind of in its early stages.
Gotcha.
Think of it as like a junior developer who's eager to learn but doesn't have all the experience yet.
Okay.
ChatGPT, on the other hand, is more like that senior developer who can code in their sleep.
Okay. I'm getting a real sense of their strengths and weaknesses now.
Cool.
But what kinds of things can they actually do for a programmer? What would those coding features actually look like?
Both ChatGPT and DeepSeek can generate code snippets.
Okay.
It's almost like having a superpowered autocomplete
Wow.
that can write entire functions for you.
That's crazy.
They can also help you debug your code, which is like having a second set of eyes to catch those errors. And they can even explain complex programming concepts,
Oh,
which
wow.
is great for learning new languages.
That's incredible.
Yeah,
It sounds like a dream come true for anyone who struggles with code.
right.
But I guess for now, ChatGPT is the go-to for those who are serious about coding.
It seems that way.
What about connecting these AIs to other tools?
Yeah.
I vaguely remember the article mentioning something about APIs.
Uh-huh.
Is that ringing any bells?
APIs are definitely worth talking about.
Okay.
They're basically a way for different apps to talk to each other
Okay.
and share information.
Gotcha.
So imagine if your calendar app could like automatically schedule meetings based on your email conversations.
Right.
That's possible because of APIs.
So it's like a universal translator for different pieces of software.
Yeah, exactly.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah,
Does the article say which of these AI assistants is better when it comes to APIs?
it does. And ChatGPT is the clear winner here.
Okay.
It has really strong API support, which means that developers and businesses can easily integrate it into their own workflows.
That makes a lot of sense. ChatGPT seems to be all about versatility and connecting with other tools.
It does.
What about DeepSeek? Does it have any API capabilities at all?
It's catching up, but right now its API options are limited.
Okay.
But, this field is constantly changing.
Right.
So I wouldn't be surprised if DeepSeek expands its API offerings in the near future.
Okay, so for those who want to seamlessly connect their AI assistant to other apps, ChatGPT is the way to go for now.
For now, yeah.
But let's switch gears a bit and talk about languages.
Okay.
I remember seeing something about these AIs being able to work in multiple languages, not just English. Is that right?
You're absolutely right.
Okay.
Both ChatGPT and DeepSeek can handle multiple languages,
Cool.
which is huge in our globalized world.
Yeah.
But they have different strengths in this area.
Okay.
ChatGPT is definitely strongest in English,
Right.
while DeepSeek is designed to excel in other languages, especially Asian languages.
Now that's fascinating.
It is.
So DeepSeek could be a game changer for businesses or researchers working with Asian languages.
Absolutely.
It could open up a whole new world of communication and collaboration.
Think about all the information and insights that are currently locked behind language barriers.
Right.
DeepSeek could be a key to unlocking that potential.
I'm really starting to see how these AI assistants aren't just about making our lives easier. They're
Yeah.
also about connecting people and ideas in ways that we never thought possible.
That's a great point.
But all this tech talk makes me curious about the practical side of things.
Yeah.
Is one of these AI assistants easier to use than the other? I
Mhm.
mean, what's the actual user experience like?
Both ChatGPT and DeepSeek aim for user friendliness, but they take slightly different approaches.
Okay.
ChatGPT is accessible through a web app, a mobile app, and even an API for developers.
Wow.
It's got a really intuitive interface
Okay.
with lots of customizable options. So it's designed to be easy for a wide range of users to pick up and use.
So ChatGPT is casting a wide net,
Yeah,
trying to appeal to everyone from casual users to hardcore techies.
exactly.
What about DeepSeek? Is it taking a more specialized approach?
You could say that DeepSeek mainly operates through a web-based interface,
Mm-hmm.
and it prioritizes simplicity and efficiency.
Okay.
It's really designed with researchers, analysts, and other professionals in mind.
Right.
It's all about streamlining those specific tasks.
Gotcha.
So there's not a lot of fluff or extra features to get in the way.
It sounds like they've each chosen their lane and are focusing on what they do best.
I think so.
If you're looking for a versatile AI companion that you can use across multiple devices, ChatGPT is probably the better choice.
Yeah.
But if you're primarily working on research or analysis from your computer, DeepSeek's streamlined web interface could be a perfect fit.
That's a great way to put it.
They each cater to different needs and working styles.
They do.
But before we wrap up our comparison, there's one crucial aspect we need to address: pricing.
Of course.
Everyone wants to know how much these AI assistants are going to cost them.
Absolutely, money talks, right?
Right. What does the article say about pricing for ChatGPT and DeepSeek?
So ChatGPT offers a free tier with limited features.
Okay.
But to unlock the full potential and get access to more advanced features,
Mm-hmm.
you'll need to subscribe to ChatGPT Plus.
So you can test the waters for free or dive right in with the paid plan.
Exactly.
That makes sense. What about DeepSeek? Does it offer a free trial or a similar pricing model?
DeepSeek's pricing is still evolving,
Okay.
but it's expected to be competitive with other AI assistants on the market.
Mm-hmm.
They might offer specific plans for different user groups like students or researchers.
Okay, so we'll have to stay tuned for more details on DeepSeek's pricing plans.
Yeah.
But for now, it sounds like ChatGPT has a pretty clear structure.
Uh-huh.
A free tier to get you started,
Right.
and a paid tier to unlock the full power.
Exactly.
But speaking of power, I'm curious about something.
Yeah. We've talked about how each of these AIs can handle specific tasks,
Mm-hmm.
but what about working together? Could you use ChatGPT and DeepSeek together to be even more productive?
That's a really interesting question.
Yeah.
And it speaks to a larger trend in the AI world.
Okay.
There's a growing movement towards integrating different AI tools to leverage their combined strengths.
So it's not necessarily about choosing one or the other,
Right.
but about finding ways to make them work together as a team.
Think of it like this.
Okay.
You could use ChatGPT to brainstorm creative ideas for a project,
Mm-hmm.
and then feed those ideas into DeepSeek to analyze their feasibility
Right.
or create a structured plan.
It's like having a team of AI experts at your disposal.
Yeah.
One's the creative genius and the other's the meticulous planner.
Like it.
What a powerful combination.
It really is. And as AI technology continues to advance,
Right.
we'll likely see even more seamless integration between different tools,
Yeah.
creating a whole ecosystem of AI assistants.
Working together to help us achieve our goals.
It's exciting to think about all the possibilities.
It is.
But for now, let's bring our deep dive back down to earth
Okay.
and focus on choosing between ChatGPT and DeepSeek.
Sounds good.
We've covered a lot of ground.
We have.
So I think it's time for a little recap.
Okay.
What are the key takeaways for our listeners who are trying to decide which AI is right for them?
Absolutely. Let's sum things up. We've established that ChatGPT is like the more versatile tool, the all-rounder.
Right. ChatGPT is like that friend who's good at everything, a
Mhm.
real jack of all trades.
Exactly.
And then we have DeepSeek, which is a little more specialized,
Mhm.
but incredibly powerful in its own right.
Yeah.
It's all about accuracy research,
Got it.
and it can even handle those trickier multilingual tasks, especially when it comes to Asian languages.
It's really interesting how they each appeal to a different type of user.
Right.
ChatGPT is the way to go if you want, like, a single AI assistant that can handle a bunch of different things. While DeepSeek is perfect for those who need something more focused for research or
Yeah.
specifically language needs.
I'm already starting to imagine how I could use each of them in my own work.
Yeah.
But this whole conversation has got me thinking about the bigger picture.
Okay.
I mean, where does it all go from here? What's the future of these AI assistants?
That's the million-dollar question, isn't it?
Right.
The pace of development in AI is just crazy.
Yeah.
So it's hard to predict exactly what the future holds.
Right.
But one thing's for sure,
What's that?
AI assistants are going to become even more a part of our lives.
Yeah.
More integrated.
I can see it happening already. Imagine having an AI assistant that not only helps you write,
Mm-hmm.
but also like proofreads your work, schedules your meetings, and
Well,
even reminds you to take breaks.
Exactly. They could be like personalized assistants that learn our habits and preferences
Oh, wow.
and anticipate our needs before we even know them ourselves.
That sounds amazing and slightly terrifying at the same time. It's like something out of a sci-fi movie.
It's true. There are definitely ethical and societal implications to consider
Yeah.
as AI becomes more powerful
Mhm.
and more widespread.
Right.
But I think it's important to approach this with a sense of curiosity
I-
and cautious optimism.
Yeah.
AI has the potential to solve some of the world's biggest challenges,
Right.
but it's up to us to make sure it's developed and used responsibly.
I completely agree. It's a powerful tool, and like any tool, it can be used for good or for bad.
Exactly.
It's our responsibility to guide its development in a positive direction.
Yeah.
But on that note, I think it's time to wrap up our deep dive into ChatGPT and DeepSeek.
It's been a fascinating exploration.
It really has.
I hope our listeners have a clearer understanding of what these AI assistants are,
Yeah.
what they can do, and how they might fit into their own lives.
We've covered a lot of ground.
We have.
From the technical details to the practical applications and even the ethical considerations.
Right.
But most importantly, I hope we've sparked a sense of curiosity and excitement about the potential of AI.
Because at the end of the day, that's what it's all about.
Yeah.
AI is a tool. And like any tool, its value depends on how we use it.
Right.
So I encourage our listeners to keep exploring,
Yeah.
keep experimenting,
Yeah.
and keep asking questions.
Because who knows, the next big breakthrough in AI might come from someone listening to this very deep dive.
That's a great point.
So keep diving deep Keep learning and keep pushing the boundaries of what's possible.
I love it.
Until next time.
We've established that ChatGPT is the more versatile all-rounder tool, great for creative writing, coding help, and it plays nicely with other apps thanks to its strong API support.
Yeah, ChatGPT's like that friend who's good at everything.
Yeah.
A real jack of all trades.
Right. And then we have DeepSeek, which is more specialized but incredibly powerful for accuracy research and those trickier multilingual tasks,
Yeah.
especially when it comes to Asian languages.
It's so interesting how they each cater to a different type of user.
Yeah.
ChatGPT's the one if you want a single AI assistant to handle a variety of tasks, while DeepSeek is ideal for those who need a more focused tool for research or languages.
Exactly.
This whole conversation has me thinking about the bigger picture, though.
Okay, yeah.
Where does it all go from here? Like, what's the future of AI assistants?
That is the million-dollar question.
Yeah.
The pace of development is insane. So it's tough to predict exactly what the future holds, but one thing's for sure.
What's that?
AI assistants are only going to become more integrated into our lives.
I can already see it happening. Imagine having an AI that not only helps you write, but also proofreads your work schedules, your meetings, even reminds you to take breaks.
Or they could be like personalized assistants that learn our habits and preferences
Whoa.
and anticipate our needs before we even know them.
It sounds amazing, but also kind of terrifying, like something out of a sci-fi movie.
It's true. There are definitely ethical and societal implications to think about as AI gets more powerful and more common.
Yeah.
But I think it's important to approach this with a balance of curiosity and cautious optimism.
Mm-hmm.
AI has the potential to help us solve some of the world's biggest challenges,
Definitely.
but we need to make sure it's developed and used responsibly.
It's a powerful tool, and like any tool, it can be used for good or for bad. It's up to us to guide its development in a positive direction.
Couldn't have said it better myself.
Well, on that note, I think it's time to wrap up our deep dive into ChatGPT and DeepSeek.
It really has been a fascinating exploration.
It has.
I hope everyone listening has a better understanding of what these AI tools are, what they can do, and how they might be useful in their own lives.
We covered a lot, from the technical details to the practical applications, even the ethical stuff. But most importantly, I hope we've sparked a sense of curiosity and excitement for what AI can do.
At the end of the day, that's what it's all about. AI is a tool, and its value is all about how we use it. So I encourage everyone to keep exploring, keep experimenting, and keep asking questions.
Because who knows, the next big AI breakthrough could come from someone listening right now. So keep diving deep, keep learning, and keep pushing the boundaries of what's possible until next time.